Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Kay in the Collective Soul Tarot. Let's begin. We're going to do an alphabet reading again because I don't have any more zodiac readings to do for the month. So let's go ahead, and I forgot there's only D left. Okay, so we're going to do readings for the alphabet letter D. If it's going to be the first letter, middle of the first name, middle name, last name, and what do you call it? Nickname. Yeah. If that happens to be yours, this is your reading. Sorry. I forget to do these now. I've seen them all in. 51. D. 1951. Now, whether or not you were born in 1951, it's still a D name reading. I just keep saying that for y'all. Still a D name reading, so it's still very much your reading if you have a D initial for your first, middle, last name, or nickname that you most resonate with, most answer to. So we're going to do get 3 cards of information from the Intuit Oracle. It's not past, present, and future. Just know that. And I'm saying, Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit, will you please surround me and envelop me in your beautiful wings of guidance, protection, and love, and to help me correctly interpret the energies in these cards and help me see clearly. Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit, what do we have for messages for D names today? Whether they're born in 1951 or not, it's still a D name reading, and the date is Thursday, January 25th, 2024. Can you believe January is almost over with already? First, lighthouse. Wow, guidance system. Detour, safe passage, warning, plot of course of action, navigating obstacles, use tact and diplomacy. So somebody is using their guidance system that is going to allow them to wisely overcome and navigate through obstacles and challenges. We have mask, disguise, concealed, ego, projection, hidden motive, persona, presentation, theater, performance, putting on a show. So somebody is been wearing a mask, either you, D names, or the one you've been dealing with has been, okay? And it's been difficult. It's been challenging for you, and you needed to figure out how to get around the mask, so to speak. The ego. Road, crossroads, journey, multiple choice, travel. This is like the 2 of Wands in the tarot. Weigh the options, decide, free will, opportunity, independence, and road trip. Road trip, interesting. Okay, so that's like the 2 of Wands. And this is like the mask card, or the 6 of Wands in the reverse, where the person is wearing a mask and is very much in their pride and ego energy. And the lighthouse would be like, let's see, it'd be like a little bit like the Hermit, but not necessarily, because you're looking for some guidance, right? Right, let's get the story. Let's get the story. What's this reading about, Archangel Michael? Thank you for those messages. What's the reading for our D names, whether they're born in 1951 or not? Here's the first one, 2 of Swords. Now, the 2 of Swords could be looked at as though you're actually, closing your eyes so that you can really focus inward. Because you got a very important decision to make, and things have been hidden from you, or you've been trying to hide things from yourself, and you're realizing, you've been blocking your emotions and, not making a decision, just sitting there trying to sort out how you think and feel about something without added external stimulus, right? Because that can be distracting, of course. All right, let's see. Did I do this already? I might have. Oh well. Okay, next one. is the Eight of Pentacles. Working hard, nose down to the grindstone, and being creative. Forging forward because of the hard work you're doing. You're being rewarded. Seven of Swords. Hard work on yourself, apparently, because you'd been sitting in this toxic energy of being like a trickster and stealing things, you know, like stealing someone's time, energy, and love, taking it for yourself and leaving very little behind for that one. Lies, manipulation, cheating, and trickery. There's the Ace of Cups. Wow, you have a very big decision to make. Ace of Cups, brand new path, right? With the Chariot, working on yourself so you can do some giddy up and going. Fast action moving forward. Hopefully with wisdom. And the Six of Pentacles, you seen that there needed to have some balance in your energy and in your life. Maybe there's someone you need to be fair towards that you hadn't been fair towards before, and or that you're dividing up your assets because you are leaving somebody behind that you had been in love with, who had been sabotaging. You've been sabotaged, and you've been sabotaging. But you feel like you've been judged, and so you had to start looking at the way you've been practicing, right? This or that. I have two things. I'll do this for when I have the time for that one, and do this when I have the time for that one. And then the Pentacles, the Four, which is rejection, and the Three of Cups, which is third party, and the Tower comes down because you have somebody that you love on your mind. Ooh, which is the Queen of Cups. Wow. Huh. Yeah. You got the Queen of Cups on your mind. Knight of Cups. Where are we going to put you? Where are we going to put those guys? All right, let's just put them here. This one here, you know, they could be, the Queen of Cups could be like a traditional type of person who would expect to be asked for her hand in marriage. I don't know. But it's also that you see them as being some type of authority in some way. Or you just want to marry her. What do you think? Whatever works for you resonates, as they say. And so I've already shuffled these guys till I was blue in the face. And so we're just going to use them as they come out now. Lily, spiritual love. Holy smokes, I haven't ever seen that card before, but I realize there's 200 cards in this deck. And then bag, something important such as a new job or a raise is going to help you follow your spirituality, the love that you have within. This is self-love, by the way, as well as a new path going forward with, you know, finding someone to be deeply in love with. That's divine. This is divine intervention telling you, in order for you to find deep love in somebody that's going to be lasting, you know, permanent and lasting, devoted and loyal, you need to find that within yourself. What is deeply lasting, permanent, devoted and loyal to you? Yourself, right? And yourself is the soul that's permanent, eternal, deeply devoted to you. Loves you dearly. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and the angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. My goodness, D names. There's a lot of spirit in this in this reading. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start. Protection from harm, spiritual guidance. You've got the angels all over this reading with you in your life. Not to mention all over this reading, but in your life. You are, without maybe even realizing it, you know, strongly protected by the divine. Spiritual love. You have something, you know, something important is coming to you, is going to be given to you. Given something important, such as a new job or a raise, is going to be handed to you. Yeah, you're gonna come across it. Let's see. This looks like it's been put on the table for you. Yeah, it's gonna be the means and resources that you need in order for you to follow your spiritual path, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. When you follow your spiritual path, that means that you are actually listening to your heart, and you're starting to fall in love with your soul. You're making your soul a very important friend to you. Of course, in time, it won't just be a friend, it'll be you. It'll evolve, you'll assimilate, because it's odd to think of our soul as something that's there, and we sort of think of it as something separate from us, but of course it's not. You wouldn't be able to live physically. Your body wouldn't be able to live without that soul igniting every single cell in your body that makes it function, right? It's the spark of life. And every atom that we have within our body it's got that spark of light within it, which is the spark of life in your atoms. And you know how many atoms are there in a physical body? Within all our cells, right? So we are very much ingrained to our soul. If we did not have one, we wouldn't be here. We couldn't. So you're going to fall in love with yourself and integrate it as being your soul. May be just a friend at first. You might think of it as just a friend at first, that you're just going to be communicating with like you would with any friend. And then eventually you'll be assimilating the whole truth about that this friend that you have is really you. It's the real you. So you're on a spiritual path to that, and you're with these new creative ideas, these new ideas about what the truth is, that the truth is within you. You're going to have new ventures and a fresh new start, right? Fresh new start, giddy up and go, being very balanced. Yeah, wow. Leaving the sabotaging behind, all this behind, because why? The Tower came down on that because you were third partying it with somebody, with the Queen of Cups, who you may want to make your wife, marry, but you have great love that you want to express to her. Tower came down on this whole third party idea. Now that could be in the distant past or the most recent past, depending on who's doing what. Okay, so let's go ahead. I love these cards, especially the T cards for you. Talk about lighthouse. You've got spiritual guidance to fall back on. You can remove your mask, D names. You can remove your mask. You can present yourself. You can remove your mask and present yourself in an authentic way, because you're heavily protected. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm, meaning people who see you, if you don't understand this, people who see you right now without really moving in a way that's including your best friend, yourself, starting to love yourself, they're seeing you as possibly an opportunity to take advantage of you in some way, whether it's small or big, okay? But when you partner up with your real self and within you, your best friend here, the divine has you so cloaked in divine white light of angels, right? Angels are all around you, and your life, your home, your vehicle, your pets, the people in your life who are important to you. You are so protected from harm from others who are not going to see you the same way that they saw you before, if it's people you've already known, and others who you haven't ever seen you, or that you've never come up against, kind of thing. They're not going to look at you and say, oh, I want to take advantage of this person. They're going to look at this person's and have that feeling of, I need to, if they're into that sort of thing, negative people are into that sort of thing, trying to take advantage of the light of other people, they're going to have this sense. It's going to be whispered in their ear like, you don't want to mess with this one, because this one's divinely protected now. yeah, they, you know, you can walk your life knowing that you're completely surrounded by heaven's angels, that light that protects you. Have you ever seen Star Trek, The New Generation? The ship itself could cloak itself so that it was invisible to other warring alien nations that wanted to shoot lasers at them and destroy the ship. Yep, that's what you're going to be like. Right now, it's telling you probably are like that already. You decided it was time to get off your butt, actually, unveil yourself so that you could see really what was going on in front of you, guided by the cosmos there, okay, and the moon. Putting the work in to, you know, you will be rewarded for the work you do to let go of toxic ways, toxic energy. Saying, I am not operating on in my world like this anymore. That was then, this is now. I'm starting to figure out how to love myself and loving myself so that I can move forward. Like, this is like the Star Trek ship, right? You're moving forward in space and time, of course, with so much protection around you. With all of this here, you're moving towards something that is important, such as a new job or a raise, or like this is you something important, okay? I keep picking that card up, but it's like you're moving towards something that's important to you, which could be a new job and a raise to help you resource a movement or road trip. If they live close enough to you that you can actually do it by road, yeah, you're going to be journeying. It says journeying, okay? You're going to be journeying to your Queen of Cups. You're going to be raising your vibration all along, and you probably already are. That's all I have to say. You probably already are, because you left all this negativity back here behind. You're working on that right as we speak. You're removing your mask right as we speak. With all that hard work, you're saying, I have a whole lot of spiritual. I can be spiritual. You can say, like, in practicality, right? You're sitting there going, yeah, this is my life, and this is what I'd like, and you know, like, you know, I've been hearing a lot of talk about how we're, you know, where there's like people who don't pay enough attention to their spirituality or the soul that's within them. Maybe there's something to that, you know, and you start, maybe when you go out someday, you end up walking into a store that has some books in it, whether it's a bookstore or like the corner store, and a book title just grabs your attention. Did to me one day, grabbed my attention. And that's where it all began for me. And I'll tell you, it was the book called Soulmates, by Wise. No, it wasn't. I can't remember the name of the person. But yeah, Soulmates. And it's been around for a while, because I started this journey a long time ago. So you're going to, something's just going to grab your attention possibly, and it's going to make you want to learn. And learn, like, because you'll be ready for it, right? And you start going within more often and following that particular belief, that truth, that's going to guide you to great love. Yes, great love, right? Okay, so without further ado, let's talk about the Two of Swords. This is saying you've got a lot of light shining on your path right now. All you have to do is look. The Judgment, that's looking. Taking that blinder off to look, to see where it is that you're actually being guided. The Page of Swords. And oh, there's the Queen of Cups. Well, how about that? And look, she's the Empress to you. Wow, the Ace of Swords next. So you've been feeling like it was time to make a different decision, you know, heeding the call, really heeding the call to what was trying to get your attention, which is, you know, yourself, your inner self, your soul, trying to get your attention to take your blinders off and uncross your arms from love, allowing yourself to feel the love that you are trying to block and press down, allowing yourself to feel it first. Feel it. Feel this one inside you. It shows up as that loving feeling, good thoughts and feelings. And, you know, this is the person that you have those feelings for. Not her, but she's the one from afar, the one that you got to go on a road trip to a journey towards. She's the Queen of Cups, and that you have your eyes on, and you see her as being extremely fertile and Hierophant-like, spiritual. That's the Empress. You want to make her your wife too. Marriage, she's highly spiritual, you see. That is the path that you're walking now, because something about her has inspired you. Whether she speaks to you like verbally, which I don't think she is, or just the way that you've been keeping an eye on her from afar, which is, this is like social media, right? Internet. That's from afar. You've been keeping an eye on her from afar, and there's something about you, what you've witnessed with her, that touches your soul. It goes deep, and you're just saying, I never knew. I never knew. I never knew. But look at her. She models for me. Yeah. She models for all of us, let's just say. And so we got the Eight of Pentacles next. Archangel Michael. These two jumped up. They want to be seen. We have the Nine of Swords and the Lovers. Could have been the other way around, but what does it matter? And the Magician. Yeah, working hard to manifest. Ha! And the Nine of Pentacles. Being single and independent. Being single and independent. Maybe not all of you are single and independent, but I think the vast majority of you are D-names. And this Nine of Swords here, that you're trying to rectify, having made a decision that went against your happiness or your better judgment, right? The Judgment card. Because you weren't listening to your inner guidance at the time, but you were left with great stress that was causing you to like, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm losing sleep at night. I'm not well, mentally, emotionally, possibly even physically, because of all the stress that you needed to leave behind. So you began manifesting from your intuition, knowing that there's a bigger plan for you. You may not even be saying it in that language, but you're knowing that there's someone better for you. There's something better for you. And that was a lover that you chose against at the time. But you see them. This is like a soulmate to you. You manifested this soulmate into your life in the past. And now intuitively you're following the independent life of being able to live your life in a way that says, I love myself, and that because I truly and authentically love myself. It takes time. Trust me, it does. A really great exercise for you, D-names, is to do mirror work by Louise Hayes. She's the owner of Hay House Publications. She's passed away a few years back, but she wrote this program, this book about how to do mirror work so that you can learn to love yourself. Because when you look in the mirror at yourself, a lot of us have a hard time keeping eye contact with ourselves. Try it and see what happens. You have a hard time. And even if you could stay there and look at yourself deep within through those pupils, you have a hard time to say, I love you. I love you. I really, really love you. That's difficult for people who have learned to have a barrier against yourself and love as a result of self, not having that self-worth, right? That real belief and truth of being worthy of the greatest love a human being could possibly have in this lifetime. Yeah, you are worthy of that, but you haven't been believing that about yourself. You've been possibly believing other things that are not really your truth at all. So you know, through that program, through that exercise, it's like a 21-day exercise, I think. She leads you through. You begin to realize that there are things that you have been believing about yourself that's not really true. It's not your truth. You are fully loved, number one, by this one. Fully loved. There's no like if, ands, or buts about it. You're fully loved. This one here is all loving. There is no wrathful God. This one's all loving. The wrathful gods are like the aliens, if you want to put it that way. They're the ones that came from space to the planet and created people and all that sort of stuff. Anyways, you are fully loved 100%, and that you are, because of that love, you are completely worthy of all great things. Completely, which means once you get on that same path, journey, whatever, that belief system, by clearing out those fears, those lies that are in our subconscious mind we've been operating from ever since childhood, by clearing those out and healing it, you're going to come to realize that you can actually manifest all great things, because you're going to be co-manifesting, co-creating with this one here. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay? And your intuition is going to come alive, completely alive, and you're going to feel like, yahoo, I'm so independent and I'm so protected by the divine that I can do anything I want independently. Now look, if you want to get into a commitment with another person, the best way to do it is to approach it independently, like where you got your act together, right? You got your act together, you got the divine in your back pocket, and you know it, and you end up, you know, resonating with somebody who's in that same mindset. The two of you are going to have your own things that you like to do, which might be money-making things, your work and her work, or your entrepreneurship online and her, whatever, right? But you're together and you're supporting each other that way, and you're just so like excited for each other. So excited for each other. You're just so in love. Just so in love. Okay, let's talk about Seven of Swords. Do we have to? Okay, let's talk about Seven of Swords. I didn't want to talk about the Seven of Swords. Let's do it. Seven of Swords. What the devil? Guys, that means like this was really quite an issue in your life. If it isn't going on right now, but I doubt it. I don't think it is, because you're taking the blinders off and you're working hard on yourself. You're removing that mask, that one there, and all this mask that you hid behind to be, self-sabotaging, to be sabotaging connections, to sabotage connections, to win at all costs, right? You had really been sitting in this energy, and perhaps you were with somebody who was in that energy as well, so it was like double whammy. Whew, but it put you in the hermit, like soul searching. I got to do some introspection time. I got to take time out of my life to see what the hell's been going on. And you've come to realize karma, right? Guidance is that light right there. There's your guidance, your lighthouse again. And so then things are coming up as truth for you in that Seven of Swords energy. You had been seeing the truth. Wow. Because of your hermit time. You looking at this and saying, holy cow, this really has been my life that I've been operating from. And as a result, I actually ended up attracting somebody who behaves like that too. So, truth is, I need to walk away from that. I walked away from the one I was with, if you were with somebody like that, and I walked away from just my own fears that caused you to withhold the information, withhold truth, withhold emotions. The fears that cause you to say, I got to get what I can get, because if I don't, somebody else will. Fears that say, if someone's going to be like this with me, then I'm going to be like that with others or with them. Eye for eye kind of mentality. Just this whole sabotaging kind of belief system. The Swords, a belief system that you were operating from. It's like it's all about protecting yourself, your physical self and your emotional self, trying to protect yourself with these fears that you need to, if you don't get them, someone else is going to get them, right? And then you're going to be left with nothing. And that's the main position of that particular statement, is that if you don't grab whatever it is you want that you find important in your life, okay? If you don't grab it, someone else will. So I need to steal it from somebody else. All right, but you figured it out. You've spent some time because you're removing the mask, right? You're working on yourself right here. You're going into hermit land and you're putting all that into perspective. That's wonderful, D names. I'm so happy for you. So let's do the Ace of Cups now. Yeah, wow. Ace of Cups. We have the Ten of Swords. Holy cow. Holy cow. And the Eight of Pentacles again. Here, the birds. Oh, and the Ten of Cups with the Three of Pentacles. And there's the Emperor. So this was all about, this here is the love, the great love that you felt you had with somebody. It went south. It went south because there was betrayal. Ten of Swords. Probably with somebody you were working with, or you were working too much, and it led to problems in the relationship. And they started collaborating with somebody else behind your back because maybe you were at work. Look, your back is to life, right? Your back is to life. So there's a whole lot of collaborating with somebody that end up becoming, an emotional connection with somebody. Now this can go different ways, okay? For example, you might have betrayed somebody, and through work you met somebody and you were just in collaboration mode, but then you end up, getting more serious with them, and you got into a commitment of emotional fulfillment with them. Then it could also mean that your person did betray you, stepping out in a relationship. They did this because they're blaming you, because you just worked all the time. And so they began to, have their own fun on the side behind your back, and had some emotional fulfillment going on there, if not sexual. But it was in your relation. This was your commitment. So you weren't emotionally fulfilled. She was getting whatever she was getting, and maybe it was emotional fulfillment if you were largely not present in your life because of work. You may have to go places for work, that sort of stuff. So this love it's been tough for you. This love has been tough for you, but it's through all of this, you're realizing that you've got to, you've come to realize that, ask yourself, do I really love myself? Maybe you're not saying it that way, but it's kind of like, it comes down to that. Do I really love myself? I don't feel like I love myself right now. And you wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know what's making noise behind me, but here we go. Seven of Pentacles for the Chariot. The Wheel of Fortune, my dog, and the Four Swords with the Four of Cups, which is over here too. Yeah, so Seven of Pentacles, looking at the past and saying, "Ooh, lordy, lordy, look at all those seeds I've sown, and all I got is that little tiny tree." Come on. Your life with this one here didn't really even produce much fruit. But Seven of Pentacles down there ready to come up, right? This is karma that you have been experiencing, and the wheel is now going to be turning in your favor, and you can giddy up and go with fairness. But you have to do some healing first, doing respite time, spending some time in your own little nest, all by yourself, resting, getting your sleep, because you've been losing sleep at night, right? Isn't that what we saw over here? Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking, yeah. Nine of Swords. You've been losing your sleep. You need to get some physical rest, some REM dreaming. You need to do hermit, like finding some solid alone time, no distractions, and heal this baby. Heal, lay it down, go into respite, lay down your very, very exhausted mind and heart. Your exhausted mind and very sore, hurting heart. Because you know, once you get up, you got some rejecting to do. And some mending of a rejection. But rejecting the one that, you know, you've been having a difficult time with, finding out that they've been cheating on you. So that you can walk away like that. The 8 of Cups, wherever that is. Walk away from this one. Get in your car and drive away. So, yeah, it's all about leaving all that behind. But as you're leaving it behind, where are you going? You're going towards knowing that you have to figure out through respite time, introspection, and gaining your physical strength back. Not to mention your mental state. That you have places to go. Remember, you got something important over here, and you've got spiritual guidance and your new creative ideas about how you think about yourself now and other things. It's going to open up new ventures for you with a fresh start. Right there, fresh start. Yes, with your Queen of Cups, because you have the Knight of Cups going there, and you've got all sorts of great ideas about being together. So, let's talk about the 6 coins. The Death card. The Fool card. Wow. The Justice card. And the King of Wands with the King of Pentacles. I love this. And then the Hierophant and the Nine of Cups. I love this for you guys. Yay! Because what does this mean, right? This means this is dividing up your assets. You put an end to this funky business. All this funky energy, your energy and their energy, by cutting this one out of your life, who's been betraying and manipulating you, stealing from you, trying to win at all costs, to get what she can get from you without fairness, without giving back, right? This is you. You had been given and she'd been taking, but now you're setting the record straight by putting an end to it, because you're going to be taking a risk and leap of faith in the direction of bringing it all to an end and bringing balance to it through justice, which could definitely mean that with taking charge, take control, it's King of Wands. You know, you're a king, you evolve too, with King of Pentacles. You're you're just so much well-rounded with being King of Pentacles, King of Wands. King of Hearts would be really nice in here too. But you are, putting it to the courts, right, through justice, if you need to, if you're married, and you're just you're taking the highway, you're taking the high road, the highway, ascending into your spiritual love, your heart, your own soul, and you're feeling like, I feel so good, I'm so lighthearted now. I've gotten rid of a very heavy, burdensome type of life and energy I had here, and there's somebody that makes me, tick all my boxes of my wishes. That is a wish fulfillment for me. This one right here, Queen of Cups. Yep, she's the Hierophant. You're ascending to match her frequency, her resonancy, and you're going to have sunshine and rainbows with new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start, knowing you are spiritually protected. You are protected. And this important thing, wow, you're going to be realizing all sorts of things simply because of spiritual love. You're starting to love yourself, your spirit, your soul. Spiritual love. And when you recognize that within yourself, you see it in other people too. Instead of there's such a-hole or a butt or a jerk, you start seeing that there's purpose to their behaviors, even though we don't want to admit to that, because it's it's terrible behavior. Whether it's even with this one that betrayed you, the purpose was for you to take your blinders off, remove your mask, work on yourself so that you could love yourself and let go of that kind of energy that's been holding you down like a really heavy ball and chain, real heavy weight. Been holding you down from, you've had like a glass ceiling over your life that you could only go so far in that energy, and then it was capped and you could never get past that point. And if you ever wondered that, that's the reason for it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm just going to end it there, and we'll check in with you next month. Bye for now, D-Names.